Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Night Live with Nick and LG. Of course, I am LG with my boy Nick over here.
What's up?
We've got Ashley Riley in the house from Players and Spectators. How
Hey
you
guys.
doing?
Good, how are you?
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful past 2 months.
Yeah, I understand that. We've I'll be honest with you, I kind of miss bowling right now. It really sucks.
I miss being at work.
Yeah, I understand that as well. So now, I obviously know you. I've known you for quite a few years now. I've been doing a lot of bowling leagues, and which is awesome out at Players and Spectators. But for our listeners and viewers, if you wouldn't mind giving us just a little bit more about what do you do at Players and Spectators?
I myself am one of the front desk supervisors. I do day-to-day customer service kind of all around. I also do help out in the casino as well. I'm security over there occasionally, probably about maybe once, twice a week now.
Nice.
Well, then.
Okay. Now, I've actually had this question brewing for a little bit, and I want to make sure I didn't ask you ahead of time.
Oh, geez.
Oh, man.
Who are you dating? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Now, with the conglomerate of Players and Spectators versus Aces Casino, is that a team venture, or is Players and Spectators taking over the Aces Casino, or yeah,
more of a team. Definitely help each other out on both sides of the building. Try to not leave anybody hanging as best as we can.
Okay. What I mean by that is, like, is there two separate entities?
As far as I know, I believe it's all under one total business. There are two different business names, of course, in our building, but I believe it's all under one.
Okay, so it'd be more like a partnership.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure, so I figured I would try to ask you about that because we have once upon a time back at band camp, we had Aces Casino that used to be in the Valley, and then we had an Aces Casino up here off of what was it, Francis and Division?
Yep,
Francis and Division.
Yeah, I think my buddy Alan actually broke my ignition key off in my ignition at that Aces Casino.
Perfect.
Yeah, it made an interesting way home that night.
Oh man.
But I wasn't sure if it was the if it was the same conglomerate, if it was that portion of Ace Casino partnering up with Players and Spectators, or if Players and Spectators had brought that in as a blanket.
I don't know if they brought it in as a blanket. I do know that she brought Aces out there as more of a convenience for her, so that she could get players to run properly.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
yeah, I mean, both businesses were under the same management of one individual, and yeah, it was just easier for her to get it all under one roof, so that she could help both businesses at the same time.
Sounds like a pretty good plan. I mean, especially if you're already paying, property taxes and and business, rent, things of that nature. If you're, and this is an opinion, of course, if you're trying to work with both businesses to bring them in under one roof, not only does it help one side, help the other. It turns it into a team effort. If I'm correct on that.
Who's her?
Karen. The owner's name is Karen DeMello.
Okay, fantastic.
Wonderful woman, for sure.
I've actually met her. She's actually very nice.
I have never met her.
She's not where the public sees her a lot, but she's definitely in the building a lot more than you would think.
Mm-hmm.
So she's there, you just don't really see her.
So now we've been kind of going over a general mode of what's been going on with businesses during this lovely time. I don't as much want to get into that. I mean, obviously with the place that you're at, I mean, obviously it's affected you guys completely.
100%.
Now, do you guys currently have a date for when you guys will be able to reopen?
As far as I know, it's June 15th. Unless she changes it. I do know that we're going to be doing a newer orientation for the employees that are going to be opening up with us.
Okay.
So everybody knows the protocols that we now have to follow.
Okay. So you guys did lose employees over this?
I'm not sure. I do know that we're starting with bringing the management people back. So, I mean, our general manager, the bookkeepers, supervisors, department managers. And then as soon as we can get kind of back onto our feet and everything going smoothly, I'm sure we'll bring back more people.
Okay.
I don't see us being able to get through the fall and winter season, you knowing how it is, with our bare minimum.
Right. And excuse me. Yeah, being a league bowler myself, not a very good one, but I try, I mean, any real respectable person knows. But are you guys going to be able to bring in the summer league, or are you guys going to have to push it out and actually go back into the fall league?
I know that we are going to try and do at least 2 of our summer leagues. I don't remember which one Mike said that they are going to do. Okay. And I believe a couple of the fall winter leagues from this last season are going to finish out too.
Okay.
So you're talking about a bowling league. So I'm kind of confused because I haven't been there. So we're talking about a casino, a bar, a bowling league. So these are 2 separate companies. Is there a bowling alley in the bar? Is it a separate league? What's going on? Explain that to me.
If you were to walk in our front doors, the first thing that you're going to see to your left is our arcade for the kids. Straight ahead of you, you're going to see 24 lanes and just a full open house, usually. To your right, you're going to have the pro shop and then the bar and restaurant. Farther to the right, you've got the casino on the far end, kind of down below the bar, but just to the side.
Okay, so, but they don't advertise it as like a bowling alley. They basically advertise it as a bar in a casino.
Well, we did our first commercial a couple months ago. I want to say, actually, no, now that I think about it, probably like November. Did our first commercial in November, and we kind of just tried to go off of everything. So we advertised the bowling, the casino, the card tables, and a little bit of the arcade to hopefully get more families in as well.
I gotcha.
They actually have probably one of the biggest Pac-Man and Frogger games I've ever played.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
Well,
we do.
I got to pull my age and rank. I mean, those were like 2 of the biggest games me growing up. I mean, I remember my old games, it was outside with, sticks and rocks, so to have some of the biggest, options for that, I have honestly, we've discussed, I was like, holy, these things are huge. The only time I've ever actually seen them about that size was, believe it or not, at Dave & Buster's in Orange County, California. So, yeah, to see another one that size, I mean, granted, I am getting old, smarty pants, so my eyesight's not what it used to be.
I didn't even say anything.
When I've got a giant wall-size version of Pac-Man and Frogger.
Galaga.
And Galaga as well.
Yep.
It's a whole lot easier to see.
I played Pac-Man.
Minus the guy with glasses. So
I can see now.
Well, think about it. I mean, how awesome would it be to stand in front of a screen that is maybe a couple inches taller than the ceiling here and play Pac-Man?
Yeah, it sounds like
it'd
be a lot of. I'll smoke LG and some Pac-Man. I'm just saying.
I smoked her in Pac-Man, so
I'm awful good.
I'm pretty good. She's like,
I'm not the best.
I think she was sick that day, but that's all right.
I wanted to go home. It was a long day.
I understand.
So you work security. Do you work that on the casino side and the bar side?
Casino, in the bar. I mean, I've done within that building everything from helping customers at the front desk, ordering food, coming in to help serve events. I've done security in the bar. I've helped with kind of bar backing in the back bar once or twice. I think the only areas I haven't been in are the higher security staged areas in the casino and the kitchen.
So what's your favorite job out of all of them?
I like the front desk.
You like the front desk?
Making friends.
Making friends.
Pretty big people person. So
yeah, we have a lot of fun with that. Every time obviously, with with me working in the valley, it's it's more convenient for me to when I'm doing bowling league to actually be able to go in and hang out and kind of get my me time, as I like to call it, and actually have a friendly face behind the counter that's willing to help people out, which is very appreciative, and I know you know that. So, and I know a lot of guys in the league, throughout the couple years that I've been doing league, that feel the same way. If they get there early, it gives them, she's always on top of everything, which is really nice. So, but aside from tooting your horn, now you guys do have pool tables, you have an event center, and if I can remember correctly, you guys have an orchestra section. Is that correct?
What?
Not necessarily an orchestra section, but we do have oh man, I forget the name of their group. The Spokane Orchestra, I think is what it is. It's like a smaller portion of it, but they will come into our facility and practice once a week. Probably one of my favorite days every week.
Yeah, it's usually the days that I'm there,
Tuesday.
which just adds to our favorite day of the week. Just kidding. Now, so for the events and things of that nature, that area is available for rent, correct?
Yes, I do not have those prices though, so I wouldn't be able to give that information.
And I understand that as well. You guys also have which I like to call it the nightclub section. And the only reason why I call it that is because once upon a time, I actually went in and put in a sound system.
Oh, you mean downstairs?
Yes, behind the bar, you got
Yeah.
that event area there. Also, another great place for events, receptions, I guess.
Yeah, we've done in that room. We have done everything from memorials of life, wedding receptions, graduation parties, company parties, baby showers, like just about anything that you can think of down there.
Okay. I've never actually been there for a baby shower. Just saying.
I have.
I haven't.
Brr.
I don't want to ever go to a baby shower, but
I don't know.
I
I'm
unfortunately
a
have. Well, I can't say unfortunately because I actually went to my daughter's baby shower and it was pretty cool. So,
yep, haven't gone. I'm the bad guy. It's fine.
So, anyway, so players and spectators, obviously with bowling, prices are pretty decent. I was actually talking with Jacob earlier. We were working on a private thing for me and a memorial for my uncle here in a couple of weeks. And we came across a picture that I was crazy enough to post that had to do with Doctor Who. And so I had to point out to him that you were actually the one that posted that at the building. So I know you're smiling at me because this is completely out of left field. So I wanted to point out that you do a lot of the announcements or just...
I did. I myself kind of pulled back because I just wasn't really included into the circle of information anymore.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, when our front desk manager took over, he kind of took more his part of that, and that was totally fine. That's kind of what I was doing, and for him to come in and actually step up and help us all out was great.
Absolutely. Yeah, it takes a little bit of pressure off of you.
Yeah.
So, by the way, fans, just so you know, anytime you go in there and you see her there, she's a fan of strawberry milk.
Strawberry milk.
Strawberry milk.
He would bring me bottles of strawberry milk every week for about 2 months.
Yeah. Friend thing. So,
Kind of weird, but that's cool.
hey, your friends ask and you deliver,
I'm not judging.
We're going to open back up and I'm just going to come in. There's like 4 different bottles of strawberry milk now.
Hey, whatever gets you strawberry milk, because as of right now, I'm not on the team. So,
Oh, shit.
yeah, unfortunately, I will not be, as much as I love the guys that are on my team, that were on my team. I'm in the process of looking for another one. So just
That's
to
okay.
try to expand out and try some new things, so.
No, and on the bowling league part of it, because you have so many lanes, is that just an adult league, or do they have kid leagues as well as adult leagues?
I mean, we have a juniors league on Saturday mornings, really early Saturday mornings. But they are, I mean, kids from like I want to say like 5 or 6 to. We'd have to kind of drop them out of it when they turn 18, but
Yeah, I gotcha. So basically, players and spectators, aces, it's basically a kids, adult. Everyone can kind of go basically until about like 9 o'clock or something.
The bowling alley is family friendly all day long. I mean, open to close on the bowling side, totally fine. The minors are allowed to go and play pool on the bar side. Obviously not in the bar itself specifically, but kind of off to the side. We have railing up that we need for that. I mean, they're allowed over there until I think 8:30 or 9 o'clock.
Okay.
How many leagues do you guys? Well, obviously before the shutdown, how many leagues were you guys looking at?
We had at least one every night.
One every night.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I can recall, on like if memory serves correctly, on Tuesdays you guys had an all women's league too. Is that correct?
Tuesday mornings, yes.
Okay. And what does that entail for our lady listeners that want to get involved with bowling?
Well, my Tuesday morning one is more for the older group. So I mean, probably like your 60s, but they're all very, very sweet ladies, and everybody's really, really, really nice. Anybody younger, I'd probably suggest our Wednesday night league, which is the Wednesday Women's Fireball League. That one you could probably have fun, learn, and grow.
Nice. All right. So what is, and I got to ask, because I mean, our podcast is Nightlife, and it's basically based off of the nightlife of Spokane Valley. Do you guys do any kind of like Monte Carlo bowling or blacklight bowling? What do they call that?
Cosmic
bowling.
Cosmic bowling. Do you guys do any of that kind of stuff on like any given night?
Yeah, Cosmic Bowling Friday, Saturday nights. Usually starts about 9 o'clock. Saturdays, I think we try to do it once during the day. That way kids who have their birthday parties that day can enjoy the Cosmic Bowling as well. And I do think we were doing Monte Carlo bowling at least once a month whenever Mike get it organized.
What is Monte Carlo bowling?
Money bowling.
Oh, okay. I've bowled literally probably 4 times in my entire life.
Okay, so hence the reason why you never make any money doing it. So,
so Monte Carlo bowling, special colored pins. Each color represents a different amount of money, depending how they are set up in the rack and whether or not you knock them down, like a strike or a spare, whichever, will determine whether or not you get that money.
Oh, I would not make anything.
we figured that.
I wouldn't
I
do
just
all
have to
your
go in there. I might have to go in there.
I'll take you in there.
Show
It'll
you
be
up.
fun. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be awesome.
kind of stuff like this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
we
money
all
pin
kinds
style.
of different colored
Weird.
pins, and okay.
Yeah, kind of like gambling without gambling.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So after seeing the picture, it really does look like a bowling alley in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is a bowling alley.
Well, I
Oh.
didn't know it was like a bowling alley because you don't really hear players and spectators. Aces Casino, that there's no thing that says bowling alley of that title.
I forgot to say, so something else we do down in that event room is cornhole tournaments as well. And I think we're probably one of the only places in the valley that I'm aware of
Sign
that
me
does
up right
cornhole
now.
tournaments.
he's already got him. I'll be his
Yeah.
teammate. Yeah.
Boom.
Oh yeah. We'll
Let's do it.
We'll smash cornhole. Wait, that didn't even sound
Whoa.
right.
Whoa. He might.
Let me
but that's
clarify.
fine. Back up.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's not proper.
Trying to find a good picture to show you.
Of cornhole.
Well, I mean, I can find that too, but whatever. So this is one of our tournament winners. So Sunday mornings, big tournaments, sometimes full house. She came in first.
Oh.
But you've got the whole bowling alley behind her, and then there's the bar that's actually down in the event center. But
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what's cool about that place is obviously I've been, in and out of most of the areas in that area. And one of the things that I did find that was actually really nice is if you do have an event there and they put you in that downside, not only did I once upon a time put the sound system in, I don't know if it's the same one that I put in. It sounded pretty good when I left, so I mean, hopefully they kept it. But excuse me, the bar actually does kind of like a wraparound. So you have the bar on the front side, or is the north side, and then there's the walkway there. There's a path with, and then you've got a wall, and then you've got like the pool tables and actual regular tables, and then that's where we were discussing the practice center for all the orchestra stuff, which was very cool. But when you whip around, you can actually behind the bar, you can actually walk all the way into that other room, and there's a secondary bar right there. So if like when I put that system in originally, the whole design was to try to turn it into a nightclub atmosphere. That was the original idea. I don't know if it was the same owner, and that's what it was, is so that they could actually have a nightclub in that area for Friday, Saturday nights, or special events, things of that nature, like proms, things that, we put lights in, we did a lot of stuff in there. And then, but it still gives you that access, which obviously prom's probably a bad example with booze involved. If you're under 21, you're not getting a drink there. That is confirmed.
Yes.
I'll be 41 in 2 weeks. And if you don't, anytime I walk up, yes, I'm getting old. Still cuter than you.
Why do you judge me still? I'm not even saying anything.
But yeah, if you're over 21, obviously they have that option to be able to purchase drinks from that room without actually having to leave the room and go around to the bar,
nice.
which is a very, very helpful thing for, anybody that's trying to do an event there.
We also give you guys servers when we have large groups down there as well, so that you're actually very well taken care of and not just kind of fending for yourself.
Yeah. I've been in a lot of situations like that.
So were you with Aces Casino when it was on Division?
No, but I did have some friends that worked up there. I've been in the Players and Spectators building for about 5 years. So I was there when it was Bumpers.
Oh.
I remember the Bumpers.
I remember
Yes.
Bumpers.
Yes, I do. I tell you what, the lanes are a whole lot nicer now than they were when it was Bumpers.
I would hope so. We have done a lot of work.
Yes, you have. And I've noticed, like, even when I was doing League, it was like every night before we even started, they would actually come through and they would re-oil all of our lanes.
We make sure that our leagues have fresh oil every night.
Some days are good, some days are bad, depending on how you're bowling and how much you drink.
This is true.
1 minute your ball hooks like a champ, the next minute it's going in the gutter. So, yeah, and of course you don't get that reference because, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mine went in the total opposite direction and yours did.
So you guys are looking at trying to reopen around June 15th, right?
Hopefully.
That hurts. That hurts my feelings because I did my birthday there last year, and I know you remember that.
Yeah.
My birthday's the 13th, and I won't be able to do it this year.
Imagine how I felt. I wanted to be there for my birthday.
All right.
Are you guys completely not open, or are you guys doing takeout food like a lot of the other restaurants are?
I wish that we were doing the takeout because I won't lie, I do miss some of our food. But no, we're completely closed. The pro shop is open by appointment. So if you were to reach out to Mike, he'd definitely get you guys in there. But as of everything else, it's not.
Yeah, it was really nice that that you guys were able to actually put in a pro shop because, again, being a semi kind of bowler, being able to actually buy stuff on the fly there was actually a very nice thing, And then for Mike to, I don't know if he volunteered or picked up. I don't know. I just know that he was around and he resized. That isn't going to come out of my mouth, right?
Wow.
Come on.
He fixed my balls. I'll just say it. Whatever. This is a podcast, Let's have some fun. So yeah, see, this is the crap I get. So I want to say
about bowling.
He resized the holes for the ball that I purchased actually from one of the other patrons that was playing on Bowling League because he saw the way I bowled, and he didn't like the Raiders ball that he had, and I loved it. So, but yeah, he was able to set that up, and he does a lot of that custom stuff. And once they opened that pro shop, which had been in discussion for a while,
Yes.
they had a lot of I see like they have shoes, they bring in new balls quite often. I don't know.
Yeah. So we order, I mean, just about any bowling ball. And then we do have a brand new bowling company that is also helping us as well. So to have a new company start up from Spokane, and major companies like Storm or I think he gets Roto Grip. That's the other one, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, sell those. He can drill them for you almost in the same week, if not the same day, if he's not super busy, and then get anything else that you need from him as well.
Right. Now, what is the if you don't mind me asking, do you have the name of the local Spokane company?
I want to say it's Big Bowling.
Okay.
I believe that's the name. I can
Mm.
double check though.
Okay. Yeah. The fact that they were kind enough, or I can't really say kind enough, but supportive enough to bring in a local, manufacturer for bowling balls. I mean, that's huge.
It's definitely a small startup. I think there's only a handful of people that are working there.
Mhm.
And I don't think a lot of people actually know about them yet.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, because we want to support our local businesses, hence including players and spectators,
Mhm.
and whatever we can do to try to get their name out. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, I haven't bowled with any of their stuff myself yet. The weights that they have are a little too heavy for me,
Mhm.
but they definitely look pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I saw a few myself when right after you guys opened the pro shop, and
Yeah.
I was literally considering buying one. I'm like, yeah, but then I've got the two that I have, and I have a hard enough time dealing with those two. So, but it doesn't mean I won't get one in the near future. Like I said, I want to try to hit the fall season if everything goes okay and we can actually open up. Hence the reason, I'm definitely ready to get picked up on a team. So.
Yeah, I was supposed to do one of the summer ones this year. That didn't happen.
Yeah. So
And, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, luckily, and I hate to say luckily because of this whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
It actually gave me a chance to get my carpal tunnel surgery. So
Yeah, and
hopefully by September I should be able to play. And I'll just be real. I'm actually going to the bowling alley out in Old Town, Idaho. It's actually family owned for me. So I'm actually going out there for my uncle's celebration of life here in a couple of weeks, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna take my bowling balls and see if I can do it, because if I can get some practice in, I'll be ready to go for next season. So
I did the same thing when I had my hip surgery with skating, so I get it.
always pushing yourself.
Yeah.
I get it.
So I have a question. I want to go back to the players and spectators in your work. I know you guys set a opening date, and that could be pushed back. Do you know, or have you talked to anybody when you guys open? Are you guys going to do any type of social distancing or spread out any tables or anything like that?
Yeah, so right now we do have the plexiglass up like most stores do. I was in there the other day. We have taken out half of our tables from behind the lanes. And I believe we're going to be starting out with half capacity and using every other lane. So even lanes on even days and then odd lanes on odd days. And that'll give us time to clean things in between properly as well.
Perfect.
So
That makes it easy to remember too.
yeah.
Yeah, odd or even. I guess it will.
And I mean, I do always recommend, no matter what kind of day of the week it is, call ahead, make a reservation. They're free, doesn't cost anything extra. And if you don't show up, we just ask for a phone call to let us know.
Okay, and the casino, we haven't really touched on that. The casino, are they a bigger casino? Do you guys have just slot machines? Do you guys have tables, blackjacks?
So they're
What do you guys do in
just
the
card
casino?
tables.
Just card tables.
Just card tables. We have Pai Gow. Oh God, I can't even think of the other ones.
Do you have the biggest question that I have right now? Do you have Let It Ride?
Don't think so.
Didn't think so.
Doesn't sound familiar.
It was a great game, and they kind of dumped it out of Spokane.
I like that game.
I love it too. I mean,
I
like,
thought they had it at like iLock Lanes or something like way back when.
yeah, they had it once upon a time. When I went down to Vegas, I played it because I got familiar with it up here. And when I went down to Vegas, I actually made like $1,500 in an hour off of it. And I could see why a smaller corporation can't sustain something like that. But yeah, so but it's blackjack, pie gal, 3-card poker.
21, high card flush.
Okay.
We did bring poker in around Thanksgiving as well. So we had like 3 or 4 poker tables too.
And
Or sorry, 5.
That's a buy-in game.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I think we are pretty close. Yeah, I think we're there. So I've been watching my time a little bit. So, but thank you very much. Be sure to catch Ashley Riley out at Players and Spectators when they reopen.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. And
Come
like
say
I said, they got the greatest lanes. They actually have really good food as well. Being a consumer of that establishment for a few years now, check out Aces Casino. They got some really good dealers, really nice people, and the owners and management are also great. So I'm LG. This is my brother Nick and Ashley. Good night, y'all.